Like, really, why do we set goals? And I think the goals are our strategy for managing limited resources against unlimited options. It's kind of like playing a Monopoly game. In life, we have a lot of resources, but they're limited. We have 24 hours in a day. We have a certain amount of money. We have a certain amount of energy. We have a certain amount of other resources. For example, if you're running a company, you have only like 20 employees, so it's limited. So very limited amount of resources, not just monetary, but time, energy, talent, skill set, what have you. And we have unlimited amount of options for what we can use these resources for. For example, right now I have a dental appointment, but I have arrived half an hour early. The traffic was good. So I have half an hour of my time and unlimited options on how I can spend it. I can watch TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but that's an option. I can watch Instagram Reels. I can watch YouTube. I can answer my work emails. I can record this video. I can go for a walk. I can watch a Netflix show. I can nap. I can, so many options, unlimited amount of options, limited amount of resources, kind of like just half an hour. But even within this half an hour, you see how many options I have. And the goals just help you narrow down the pool of options to a few options that you can spend your time on. Otherwise, without your goals, you have like, I think I would go insane if every time I had to decide how do I spend my time, and every time I have like this unlimited pool of options. Not that watching Netflix is bad. Depends on your goals. If you're a movie director and you're trying to film the next best TV show, maybe watching Netflix is a great idea. If we stop looking at our goals as this all or nothing, gotta get it done mentality, and stop having so much drama about like not achieving our goals on a certain timeline, and look at them as a filter, a strategy for how to narrow down, like kind of like the funnel, right? So you have unlimited options, very limited resources. How do you choose the things to spend your limited resources on? How do you choose how to spend your time, your money, your energy, your connections, your reputation, your talent, if you have some people working for you? Goals. That's kind of the answer. And you can look at pretty much everything in your life through the prism of goals. I remember when we were moving to Toronto a few months ago, I had to pack everything. And of course, it's a great opportunity to declutter. And I was looking at a lot of my kitchen utensils and inventory. And since I'm in the process of losing weight, I ask myself, like, do all these baking supplies help me achieve my goals or not? And the answer is no. Bacon does not help me lose weight. It does the opposite. Because when I bake, it's sweet, it's delicious, I want to eat it, I eat all of it, and no, it does not help me achieve my goals. So I donated all the bacon supplies because that does not serve my goals at this season in life. Maybe later, when I decide to become the next great baker, I will purchase these items again. That's not an issue. But at this point in time, these items, they're not aligned with my goals. I remember when I started my entrepreneurial journey, so I didn't have a full-time job, but I still had a lot of this office clothes. And similarly, I got rid of it because I was like, it does not help me achieve the goals that I have for myself. I have no use for it. My goal is not to go back to the office. My goal is not to find another job. So I'm not going to be going to all these interviews. I have different goals. So why do I need to keep all of this stuff? When it comes to time as well, some time ago, I have decided that it's not my goal to become a good cook, a good chef, to cook delicious, mouth-watering delights every night of the week. Not my goal in this season of life. And so me watching culinary shows or investing in culinary books or trying to find perfect recipes, that's not what I'm willing to spend my limited time and energy on. For some people, it might be a perfect goal. Not judging here. I'm trying to illustrate that our goals are a perfect tool to decide what we are not going to spend time on and what we are not going to invest our money in. Same as when you go shopping. Imagine not having a plan when you go shopping. It's chaotic, it's overwhelming. Like you go to any shop, there are so many options of so many colors, of so many everything. And without a goal, it's impossible to choose. And then if you don't have the goal, the marketer's goal becomes your goal. So they manipulate you into behaving in a certain way that is profitable for them. So if you don't have a plan when you go to do grocery shopping, you end up buying the shiniest, loudest, the item with the most advertising budget built into it, because you don't have any other filters to filter this unlimited options through. So then the loudest and most advertised item wins. So I invite you to find your goals so that it becomes so much easier to look at your budget, to look at your calendar, to look at your home and all the possessions that you have, and just get rid of all the unnecessary garbage that does not serve what you're trying to do. Look at goals as a useful tool, kind of like a funnel, a filter, a strategy for allocating limited resources towards unlimited opportunities. I was about to publish this video and I forgot to mention about this free tool that I recently created. It's a step-by-step process that you can follow to decide what are the next 3 goals you want to focus on. Because confusion and ambiguity and not having a clear picture of what to do is the problem that a lot of the people I work with experience. And that's exactly the process that I take my paying clients through when we start working together. So I just took this entire process, created a Google document so that you can create a copy and just start typing into the document. And then at the end of it, you will have a 1-page document with your 3 next goals clearly defined. They're not a lifetime vision, very like abstract. You know me, I don't like this kind of with the stuff. It's very well defined. There is no ambiguity. You know, it's your goals. And that was my incentive for doing this, because I'm so sick and tired of being told what to do or what to think. Let's take a moment and decide what's really important to us and what we want to spend our time, money, energy on. And nowadays, it's extremely hard to live a life on your own terms because we are bombarded with all the ideas of what we should do. And I just wanted to create a tool and share it with as many people so that every one of us can actually pause, turn down the noise, sit down with a cup of coffee or tea and just, decide on what's the next 3 things I think
is important to focus on. Hopefully you'll find it useful. I did not hide anything. There is like no paywall or any of that. It's free, it's out there. Again, it's the process I take all my clients through. It's there, it's free. Take it, enjoy it, but most importantly, I hope you use it.